Hello, my name is Steve Amos. This is my entry for the chairman's section of the King Lear Prize competition. As theatres are not going to be open in the foreseeable future, I thought that as a public service it might be useful to put in a much shorter form one of Shakespeare's great tragedies, and this is King Lear. Lear, the King of Britain, was getting past his prime. He woke up one morning and said, I think it's time to hand my kingdom over to my lovely daughters three. But first I think I'll find out what they all think of me. Well, Goneril and Regan were conniving and both lied, swore falsely they would love their father till the day he died. But Cordelia, his favourite, said she couldn't find a single word to express how much she loved him, so she forfeited her third. So Cordelia is banished without a second chance. She sails across the channel where she weds the King of France. Meanwhile, back in Britain, Lear is horrified to find his two daughters have betrayed him, so he goes out of his mind. Completely batshit crazy, to a nearby heath he goes, with his jester and a guy called Kent, a nobleman he knows. The thunder cracks, the rain pours down, and soon they are all left up Shit Creek without a paddle, totally bereft. Then we're introduced to Gloucester, another nobleman by trade, whose bastard son called Edmund says, I've bad news, I'm afraid. My half-brother Edgar, even though he is legit, has hatched a plot to kill you, Dad, the traitorous little shit. Now Edmund, he was lying, what he told Gloucester wasn't true, but as Edgar felt quite threatened, there was just one thing to do. So dressed up like a beggar with his good suit underneath, and pretending to be poor Tom, he also runs off to the heath. Gloucester in the meantime decides to help the king, 'cause the girls are playing it fast and loose and ruining everything. But he's found out by Regan and Cornwall, who's her spouse, and they put both his eyes out and throw him out of the house. There is a bit of good news though during the melee. Cornwall gets a fatal wound, it was not his day. Edgar then helps Gloucester and gets him down to Dover, where he meets up with Lear again, who's planning to take over. Cordelia arrives from France with a large invasion force, but Edmund wins the battle and captures her and Lear, of course. Regan marries Edmund, but in a fit of jealous rage, Goneril poisons Regan, who later dies off stage. The last act is frenetic, full of tragedy and death, as one by one the major characters all breathe their last breath. Edgar kills off Edmund, who succumbs after a duel. Gloucester dies of shock, Cordelia's hanged, which is quite cruel. Goneril then kills herself, and Lear, he also dies, stressed out with all the tragedy, the overacting and the lies. And though he's asked to take the throne, the character called Kent goes off on a journey, though no one knows quite where he went. So Edgar's left with Albany, and here's the final thing. Depending on the version, either one of them could be king. But to quote the Bard of Aidenn, ah, now there's the rub. Thank God the play is over, let's all go down the pub. Thank you.